wait, why is this lighting actually so nice? It doesn't look like that many though because it's a really large jar. And America? I don't know. Okay, this is gonna take a hot second. So far, our luck is not very good. I think we're gonna be taking a risk with this one. Hey besties, welcome to my channel and welcome to my monthly TBR video. Today we will be choosing my October TBR by drawing prompts out of a TBR jar. I last night spent, I don't know, 30 minutes writing up like 40 or so different prompts. It doesn't look like that many though because it's a really large jar, but there's a lot of pieces of paper in here, so it just allows me to shake it up more, I guess. But yeah, we will be doing that. I think I'm gonna shoot for about 7 books. 7 seems like an attainable number. I'm not very good at reading my whole TBR within a month, but you know, there's always a first time for everything. So yeah, if you don't know how this works, basically, I'm gonna draw a prompt out of the TBR jar and then read it and then choose a book that fits the prompt itself. There's like a wide variety of prompts. Most of them aren't genre specific. I'm gonna choose the book right after I read the prompt so to make it more fun. Okay, let's get started. Ready? Ready? That's 2. Shoot. A fiction. So when I wrote fiction, I meant like something you find in the general fiction section of like a bookstore. I only have 4 of these books actually with me here at school, so this is gonna be fun. Let's see. So I'm gonna go with a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. I actually have watched multiple booktubers rate this book very highly in the past few months, and it's really piqued my interest, and I found it at a bookstore and had to get it. So this is Lovely War by Julie Berry. It is like a historical fiction with a bit of mythology actually mixed into it. It takes place during It takes place during World War One and World War Two, and you're following like a group of characters in London and America. I don't know. But anywho, the story is told from like the point of view of Greek gods, primarily Aphrodite. And I am a big lover of mythology, Greek mythology specifically, so I'm gonna go with this one and put this on my TBR. Very excited to have this on there. Let's go into the next book. My god, I can't pick one out. Set in the US. Okay, so set in America. So I could go like so many different directions. I have a lot of mystery thrillers, also a lot of fantasy, or not fantasies, romances. I think I actually have some fantasies too that might also be set in the US that are more like I do have some urban fantasies. Wait. Okay, this is gonna take a hot second. I've decided that I'm gonna go the mystery thriller route because basically all of the books I have are set in the US. Okay, I've decided that I'm gonna go with The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the final book in like the Inheritance Games trilogy. So like the first 3 books. There's more books that exist in the world after, but I read the last 2 books in September and am absolutely obsessed with the series. So yes, we will be adding this to the TBR pile. Okay. 2 books down, 5 to go. Okay, let's go for the 3rd book. Let's see if I can actually pull one out properly. I did it. Okay. Highest rated on TBR. I'm just gonna look up like a couple that I'm interested in and choose between those. So I'll choose like 3 to look at and then choose one. Okay, so I think the highest rated book that I have on my TBR here at school is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the fourth book in the Throne of Glass series. If you don't know what this series is about, you're following this 16-year-old girl at the start of it, Selena Sardothien, and she's the world's best assassin. Apart from that, I'm not going to tell you anything else because I think it's honestly fun going in with not really knowing much about each book. Obviously, I can't really talk about what this specific book is about because it's literally in the middle of the series, but yeah, highly recommend this series if you have never picked it up. I am absolutely in love with it. So, okay, let's add this to the TBR pile. Okay, going on to our fourth book. Author you've never read. Okay, an author I've never read. I actually have quite a few of these. I'll go with romance. Okay, since it's fall time, I'm gonna go with something that kind of fits the fall vibe. This may be a shock, but I've never read a Lucy Score book, so I'm gonna go with Fall into I'm gonna go with Fall into Temptation by Lucy Score. It's technically the second book in the Blue Moon series, but I believe they're just a bunch of interconnected standalones. This book series is actually currently, I think, getting republished. So this is like the new cover that literally just came out this month, I believe. I think it was this month actually. But I'm gonna go with this to really get into the fall vibes. 4 books down. We're kind of on a theme here so far. They're all like pinks and reds and stuff. So, okay, let's go into the 5th one. You know nothing about. So a book that I literally know nothing about. Okay, there's quite a few of these books actually. I'm trying to think. I think I'm gonna go with a fantasy on this one. Okay, I think I've decided I'm gonna go with The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. I apologize if I mispronounced the name. I bought this book like a week after it came out because I saw it at Barnes& and Noble and was like, ooh, it sounds really interesting. And it's marketed as like for fans of Sarah J. Maas. So I was like, I'll buy it, but I don't really remember what it's about. I know it's like a high stake fantasy. And apart from that, I really know nothing. I know the second book comes out the day before my birthday in December. So I really want to read this before that one comes out. So I think we'll put this on the TBR. Okay. 5th book on the pile. Okay. Now let's choose our 6th prompt. A person on the cover. Oh Lord. I don't buy books that have like actual people on them. So we're gonna go with like an animated person, character, or like a silhouette or something like that. I think it's definitely gonna be a romance book because I don't think any of my fantasies really have like a character on them. Okay, I've decided on my book. I'm gonna go with Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This is the first book in the Maple Hills series. I actually have the second and third book, and I've been really wanting to read them. So I think now is the perfect time to go ahead and dive into the series since everyone's been talking about how much they like the books. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. It's a hockey romance slash figure skater romance, and I don't really know much about it apart from that. So yeah, I'm excited to go into this though. So okay, how many is that? 6 books. One more book. One more pick. Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. Place in title. I don't know if I have any books that have like a place in the title. So far our luck is not very good. I'm not finding anything so far. So one moment. I think we're gonna be taking a risk with this one. Okay, guys. Since it's spooky season, and since I do want to read this book, I think we're gonna go with this one. It's a bit of a risk. We're going with Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is part of the Alex Stern series. I think I've just been a little hesitant going into it because I know there's a lot of trigger warnings for this book. But what better time to read it than October for spooky season? So I think we'll add this. I don't really know too much about it. I think it's like an urban fantasy. It's set at Yale, and there's like a secret society, and that's about all I know. So we're gonna go into this pretty blind. I will look up some trigger warnings. I've seen some of them, but definitely if you're interested in this book, look up the trigger warnings before reading it. So hopefully I read it this month. Okay, let me grab the book so I can show you my TBR. So this is my TBR for the month. We have Lovely War, The Final Gambit, Queen of Shadows, Fall into Temptation, The Hurricane Wars, Icebreaker, and Ninth House. This stack is really heavy, and holding it with one arm is really hard. But I'm really excited for this reading month. A little scared for some of the books, but I think overall it'll be a pretty good reading month. I think the selection is really good and very atmospheric. That's the word. But yeah, okay. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and leave a comment if you want to put down in the comments what your monthly TBR is for October. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell if you want to stay up to date on any of my content I post. But I hope you guys enjoyed, so I will talk to you in my next one. Bye, guys.